Our culture, what's happened to our culture. Of course, think about the lyrics of songs and the way to do it. For instance, there's an old song written in the 20s called These Foolish Things. And it goes, cigarette, an airline ticket to romantic places. Oh, how the ghost of you clings. These foolish things remind me of you. Now consider if that could be written today. It would be, hey baby, come here, I want to get it on.
I know, it's so
Am I
terrible.
right?
No, you're definitely right.
And so that's really not good. And what it does is now there's no more religion. There's no poetry, nobody's interested in poetry anymore. Consequently, all we have is Mercedes-Benz. We have plans with houses, with dresses, with the extra dimension of life is no longer. And that puts us at a real disadvantage to start. So why have we had not one great play in the last 40 years? We've had great works on stage, but not a great play. Not happening. Not a great musical either. A couple good ones, like Phantom, that's 30 years ago. Yeah. So where has all this gone? Well, because the sentiments, the delicate sentiments that we still all feel, but are not encouraged. The romance of life, the beauty of life, the way to look at a painting and weep, the way to read words and be emotionally overcome. That's part of what life actually is. It's not just about acquisitiveness and possessions. It's about delving into the more important things of life. That's why we're in real trouble, because we don't support the arts in halfway where we should. Other countries, they support the opera companies, the ballet, theater companies. We do a smattering.
Here and there.
A smattering. And yet, art, it's all its forms, is the thing that makes life much more worthwhile. Because you can't just go to the mall, folks. It's just not enough.
Very much so.
It's not enough.
I agree. So how do you balance that?
I live in an ivory tower. People sometimes call me up and say, how's the tower today, Paul? Because my day is filled with music and writing and sculpting and singing. I'm doing things all day that involve creativity. And of course, I cleave to those who are creative people. And so I pick out among the small group that I have to go from. I pick them, I stay with them. And then, of course, I have my curmudgeonly friend who constantly says, you're not in this time. I want to be in this time. So I have to have that, or I don't feel it.
What about, and you keep that in mind as you choose roles? You had we screened Goodfellas today, but last I heard was screened yesterday. Do you keep that in mind when you're choosing projects? Well,
you've got to understand, nobody gets great projects every day to look at. Nobody. Not Tom Cruise, not anyone. Look at Brando's career, you can tell that right away. Great stars in the history of the cinema. We have to make judgments. Okay, this is for the part of it, this is for the mortgage, this is for the tuition, Harvard tuition, this. You may judge like every other human being, unless you are so super rich that those things don't benefit. And even then, I talked to Paul Newman, the great star Paul Newman on the plane in Los Angeles. And we were talking, I said, Paul, you're such a great director. Why didn't you direct me? He said, Paul, I put up $500,000. We developed the script, 500. Then he was like, $3 million net. At the time we had this discussion on the plane. He was very expensive. He put up that money to try to develop this. He said, I didn't come up with one word. So there is such a dearth of quality writing. Maybe it's not that hard, but look at what we had in this country before. O'Neill. Waiting for Lefty, forget his name, the writer. We had Inge, we had Tennessee Williams, we had Arthur Miller, we had one great writer after another for about 40 years. What happened? The last great play I was in called That Championship Super, written by Jason Miller. That's the last great. Well, what happened? Maybe money took over. Maybe if they do write one episode of Person of Interest, then they made $30,000, $40,000. And they don't make that for writing the play. It takes them 2 years. You make $10,000 option money and give up.
Getting the incentive. So, I guess my last question, I appreciate your time talking with us
You
today.
don't get away with a lot. Let me tell you.
You're being very sweet. I mean, I did get serenaded by Paul Sorvino today.
You didn't know you were pretty?
So thank you.
If they didn't
I
tell you,
appreciate
I'll
that.
take it.
Thank you. See, this is part of that courtesy and the chivalry that women today, we don't get it from you guys.
No.
So take a lesson from the master here. He serenaded me. He's telling me nice
And as a
things.
result, my dear, I've had many wonderful relationships.
So that's the key.
It's not just.
So see, there's a payoff. Listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about. He definitely does.
Chivalry
So my
isn't dead,
last
it resides in
question-
Paul Sorvino.
That's right. I agree. Chivalry is not dead in the eyes of Paul Sorvino.
No,
or in the presence of him.
I know. I don't live in today's world, but I do.
You're going to
Or I
make
wouldn't
me
be able
want
to do movies.
get on the plane and come with you.
Come on, honey. Let's go.
So, Mr. Sorvino.
I know what I'm doing, guys are done.
You're good.
Isn't she lovely? Let's have a little kiss.
Mwah! Woo! So is that gonna?
You can dine
Oh,
it.
I didn't get. You should do that again.
Thank you so much.
All right,
I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the Florida Film
Oh,
Festival and the
sure.
arts. We love you here.
Thanks.
Please come back again. We'd love to see you. I would love to see you.
Good.
Thank you so much. I'm Ilan from My Eyes Orlando. And this was the incomparable Mr. Paul Sorvino.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.